Hello, welcome to Tripti Gupta's kitchen. Today is my second live and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys join in. So I'm going to be preparing something very interesting today. We all have been suffering from gut health issues forever, and the number of questions and the number of problems people are facing is innumerable. So constipation, bloating, acidity, flatulence and gas, these are all very common problems. And the biggest problem is that we confuse each with the other. So somebody who is constipated may feel bloated because of constipation. Somebody who is acidic will end up eating foods which he should be eating only when he has bloating and not when he's acidic. So there's a whole lot of confusion. So today I'm going to prepare something very simple. And yes, a lot of people may feel that if I have a juice, if I have a smoothie, then I may just get a lot of gas. So there are a lot of people who cannot tolerate very raw foods or salads or juices. So here the trick is that we are going to include those specific ingredients. Those are fantastic for your motions. I mean, guaranteed great motions in the morning. Yes, if you have loose motions, you have to be careful. If you do not have a motion problem, you can definitely have it because it just kind of cleanses your gut off. And exactly that's what I have been doing. I have it, and even if you get 2 to 3 bowls a day, I think that's great. It's just a nice healthy bowl and you just feel like, wow, your system is so clean and you feel so light. Well, so this is a simple recipe and I will show you my ingredients. Well, this is French bean smoothie. So French beans are very high in fiber, guys, and similarly is guar. I'm going to specifically choose ingredients which are easily available right now. So we're just going to make it very simple. Almost every home will have these ingredients. So this is French beans that I'm going to be putting. They're just 3 pieces. And this is coriander, which is again easily available. You can choose a different leaf, like if you want spinach or if you want any other leaf like a celery or something, that's fine. But we're just going very simple. And I have simply taken 2 glasses of water. That's it. And we're going to turn on the flame. We're going to boil the water. We're going to simply cut the French beans. So French beans do have a thread. If you want to remove the thread, you can, since we are doing this for the gut and we want as much fiber as possible. I would recommend that just go with the thread, there's no problem. So these are completely well washed French beans. So very important hygiene, guys. Please take extreme care. Keep your hair tied in the kitchen. Keep your nails short. Wash all your ingredients very well. Food is like medicine. So just like you're not going to trust your servants to give you that important medicine that you're supposed to have, similarly, please don't trust them, especially when you're making these juices and salads and raw foods. Just try to do as much as you can with these small little things, especially since you are having gut issues and you get a bloating. So if the food is not hygienic and if it's not clean, that again can become a problem. Well, here we are being very safe. We also have COVID, so we cannot afford to take any chances. I'm just going to boil these ingredients. So here goes my French beans. So these are 3 beans which are going in. And my coriander. Simple. And with this I'm going to add some beetroot. So this is just about 2 slices of beetroot that I've cut. Just simply 2 slices. And I'm going to add this here. Also done. Seeds. This is 1 teaspoon of tukmara seeds. I just soaked them and now within seconds this kind of swells up. So it's just been soaked and it's already swollen up. And this is something that we're going to add. And we also have a surprise ingredient which I'm going to add in the end, which I will tell you later. Well, so while this is boiling, what I'm going to do is start answering all the questions. Well, we have tons of questions and we have lots of questions also on skin, hair, all of that, but I'm going to address specifically the gut issues because that is the key topic today. Well, so let's start. So I have all your questions here. Question number 1. My question is, I have constipation every 10 days. What can I do for that? I'm following a healthy diet. I do eat fruits and salad daily. Not much carbs and fatty food. No oily food. Well, if it's been every 10 days forever, then probably your body is just kind of, that cycle has been set. And try to include some carbs. I mean, why are you just going completely off carbs? I would suggest that including high fiber and good soluble fiber like oats, jowar, bajra, that's a great idea. And in case you feel specifically certain grains don't suit you, stick to those which suit you, because this is going to form bulk in your motions, and that is what's going to give you the pressure. And you also said that you're not eating any oily food. Yes, it's great not to eat a lot of oily food, but a little lubrication we all need. So choose something which is lubricating for the gut, because that actually smooths out your intestines and it just gives you that clear stomach. Well, the next question is, I have IBS. IBS is irritable bowel syndrome. So it requires me to balance my fiber intake. How do I improve my gut health and my gut microflora? Well, you need to include natural probiotics, of course. So probiotic is going to be fabulous. You can choose probiotics in the form of curd. That's the most easily available probiotic for us. Extremely healthy for the gut. So it gives you that healthy bacteria and it kind of balances your flora, the gut flora. So it could be buttermilk, or it could be like a nice yummy raita. Choose vegetables which are not going to give you gas. So vegetables which give you gas sometimes, or many a times, are onions, cucumber, radish. All these kind of give you some gas. So try to choose things which are more alkaline. You can choose your carrot, beetroot, that's fabulous. You can also choose tomatoes, that's great. So these are very, very safe vegetables to put in your raita. And avoid all gas producing foods such as cabbage, cauliflower. They cause a little gas. So when we are suffering from IBS, we have to make sure nothing produces gas. So it has to be very easy to digest, light food. And along with that, a good blend of probiotics. That will just keep your stomach so cool and your mind so calm. You just feel very nice. You just feel eased off. Which food to eat when constipated? Well, of course, we are talking of high fiber. I also did a video yesterday on constipation and what is it that you should include in your diet. So there are 3 things that I mentioned. One is fiber, so different kinds of fiber. Second is lubrication, which is all your ghee, oils. And third is fluid. So these 3 things are the key for great motion. So again, do not confuse constipation with acidity, and do not confuse acidity with bloating. This we are talking specifically of constipation. Dizziness and weakness even after having a proper meal. Well, if you are feeling dizzy and weak after a proper meal, then it's best to check your blood sugar or your blood pressure and figure out what's going wrong. Maybe you're dehydrated, maybe your electrolytes are low, maybe you haven't slept well. So there could be various reasons that you're feeling dizzy. So dizziness is not something that will occur without any of these causes. There has to be a cause, and it has to be a simple cause. Don't look for something complicated. There must be something very simple which is not right. Look at the color. This color. It's lovely pink. I love this color. It's like a beautiful beetroot pink. Okay, so it needs to cook a little more. The beans are not done yet. Some remedy for acne. No, we're not attending to acne, I'm sorry, but we will do another session for skin. Does almond milk work for constipation too? Well, yes, this was related to one of my stories where I had put out questions and some people said milk is great for motions, which is great. So what really works is also the fat in the milk. So when I suggest milk, especially for constipation, it will maybe a small shock that it will be like good whole fat milk, which will really give you that lubrication and that push. Almond milk will not be as effective. It would be better if you are someone who's not lactose intolerant, then try to choose milk itself. Okay, hair, skin, hair, skin, hair, skin. I have shifted to Ahmedabad from Bombay a month ago, and the climate here currently is damn hot and my stomach gets upset in this heat. So how should I take care of my stomach, as we are eating homemade food only due to the lockdown? I'll appreciate if you could reply. Okay, so you have to include easy to digest foods. It's apparent that you're having a lot of heat in the stomach and you're feeling uncomfortable. So keep your stomach very cool. Choose things like curd rice or a light khichdi or a roti sabzi, which is very easy to digest sabzis. Your gourd vegetables, dudi, turai, tindli, tinda. These are easily available. It keeps your stomach so light and cool. So that will really work. And a very, very smart trick is you can also have water with sabja. So sabja is very cooling for your stomach, and you can just prepare like 1 liter of water, put some sabja seeds in it, and if you prepare barley water, even better. So you could just prepare 1 liter of barley water and you could have some sabja added to it, and that will be like wow. So that's just going to, you know, completely cool down your system and just make you feel so happy and calm. What's your take on pre and probiotic capsules on a daily basis? So pre and probiotics are very, very essential. It's almost impossible for us to get that much pre and probiotic only by eating dahi and curd, and a lot of people may not be able to, you know, eat that much dahi, or they're not fond of dahi or whatever. So I would say yes, please go ahead, have some probiotics in your diet. You can include pre and probiotic, because all of these are just going to correct the gut flora. So yes, if you have never taken a probiotic, you can start with a smaller dose. We go up to like 25 billion strains of bacteria, which is like really healthy. But if you want to start out first time, you can just start with a small dosage. You can consult your healthcare professional as well if you wish to. If you don't want to do capsules, because a lot of people feel that I just don't want so much capsule going inside me, you can have it in the form of liquid, you can have it in the form of powder. So it's available in various forms, and it's extremely gut healthy, so it just kind of balances the microflora beautifully. Okay, my IBS flares up a week before periods. This is a very common question. I think many people have asked me this question. So a week before periods, a week after periods, during. Yeah, so whenever you are in your menstrual cycle, your progesterone levels in your hormones, that kind of dips, as a result of which you do get a lot of bloating, and the cells kind of hold back much more water in the body. So you will see that the body is swollen, there's puffiness, there is a lot of swelling, and you just feel so uneasy. And at the same time, you are also having this gas and bloating, so it's like a place you don't want to be in. Well, in that case, again, when you know that 1 week prior you are going to experience this, try to include, again, very light foods, easy to digest foods. So keep your stomach full, don't keep it very hungry, but at the same time, choose smaller portions. Don't eat like a big meal. Eat a small portion. You know that you're going to experience this. So if you made like a dal rice and you're generally eating like a bowl of rice, make it half bowl. Walk a little. Choose more yogurt in your diet. Keep yourself a little more active. Those things will really help. And again, that barley water trick will work. So if you do barley water with some lime, that becomes a natural diuretic. So you're actually throwing that water out of your body, which is causing swelling in your system. So no gas and no swelling, you're already feeling better. And frequent eating with small meals. I think that will really help most of you who are having this issue. I'm always bloated, I have belly fat, and I have acidity. Okay, so if you have acidity, it's important for you to again go alkaline. Choose alkaline foods. When I say alkaline, means those foods which neutralize acid in your body. So you could choose things like raisins. Raisins are amazing. They're very, very alkaline to start your day with. A lot of people like prunes as well. You can also choose kurmura, makhani. You can choose again light, easy to digest foods which don't cause bloating, and avoid too much tea, coffee. Of course, things which are going to create a lot of acidity, keep them minimum. So once you are going to practice these basic things within a period of 2 to 3 days, you will feel really nice. In fact, you should make it a habit to start your day with something which is very, very cooling for your stomach, something which will line it up. Like a banana is the easiest thing to get. Start your day with a small banana, or start your day with raisins. That's beautiful, very alkaline, will completely coat your gut, and you'll just feel, wow, you'll feel light. Okay, so I think this is boiled, and now we're going to cool it off. So what are the benefits of this smoothie? So besides the French beans, you can also add guar, which is very, very healthy. In fact, guar is used as a remedy for constipation in various ways. It's amazing what kind of qualities guar has. And for the beetroot, in case you don't find beetroot, you can choose carrots. Carrots is again a very, very easily available option. And of course now we are getting the orange carrots, which are the English carrots. But in case you want to choose any other vegetables, even tomatoes are fine, but I would say nothing beats beetroot. That's number one. And leaves, as we are doing coriander here, you can also replace your coriander with some spinach or maybe some celery, as I already discussed. So do we have any questions here? Wave to all of you. And please do try this drink. I try it myself. In fact, I'm feeling amazing. And of course, if you have loose motions, please check with your healthcare professional. But if you're absolutely healthy, you can have it. If you are having constipation, this is wow for every age group, unless there's certain food that doesn't suit you. You can have it for every age group. Well, another exercise which I feel really works for your motions, that is squatting. And the maids who are doing jhadu in the morning, I think that is like the perfect posture. If you're going to move around in a squat position, that's absolutely amazing. That's so good for making sure that your bowel movements are getting better. Yes, you can have this juice without boiling. There is no problem. But people who are having gas, bloating, sorry, acidity, you should avoid. And right now in the COVID times, it's just better to just boil everything. As much as care you may take, you may not touch your vegetables for about 8 to 10 hours, and then you wash it thoroughly and all of that, but just cook as much as you can. It's just safer. yes, Moruk. Okay, so I think this is cooled off, and we are practicing hygiene here. Now I'm going to be adding this. So this is the way it looks. This is the pink beetroot water, and you have the French greens, and you have the coriander, and I'm going to add it the way it is. This color is so pretty. So we've kind of boiled this and we've added it with the water, which also retains the vitamins. And we have the chia seeds, the tukmaria seeds, which I'm going to be adding in this. And I will also add some water. This already has enough water, so I'm just going to add a little bit more. This looks good. Let's cool it off. Here. Any guesses which fruit do you think is the most healthiest for our gut? Something which everybody in the family eats safely. Any guesses? Any guesses? Which fruit? A nice healthy fruit. So now this mixie is tight. So the fruit that I'm going to add here is papaya. So this papaya is slightly overripe. You can also choose frozen papaya if you like. And any fruits that we freeze tend to become sweeter. You know that? So you don't need to add anything to really flavor it up separately. This much papaya is good. That's about 2 slices of papaya that I have added here. And we're going to blend this. You can add the papaya together also at the first round of blending. I just wanted my smoothie to be a little more funny. Well, so here we have the French bean smoothie, which has beetroot, coriander, papaya. So we have a drink which is alkaline, which is fibrous, which is also fluid. And now what is missing? This prepares almost 2 glasses. So we have like 2 glasses ready here. So what is the third thing which is missing? Which we discussed yesterday and which is very, very good for the gut. Well, the third thing which is missing is lubrication, and I have created a yummy dressing here. So this dressing that I have created is a mix of 1 teaspoon of ghee and 2 teaspoons of honey. The honey that I have used, I have kind of mixed my honey. So I have used a wildflower honey, which is 1 teaspoon, and a Gala honey, which is very good for your brain, eyes, heart. So you can choose different kinds of honey depending on your condition, depending on what you like as flavor or what's available. And I'm going to mix in this some pink salt. So this is my favorite dressing. This honey and pink salt is actually my favorite dressing, even with fruits. A lot of people feel fruits are already sweet, why do you need to add something to it? But I just feel that it kind of is so good for keeping your mood very good. You feel happy. It's like a mood booster, I would say. So honey and pink salt is something that will just make you feel pepped up anytime, even at night when you're just feeling dull, or any moments that you're just not feeling so good. Try this. Mix a little pink salt with honey and whip it up in your favorite fruit and just add it. So I'm just going to add about 2 teaspoons to this, and 2 teaspoons are reserved for the second class with whom you are sharing your smoothie. You can have it warm or cold. and of course your iron, your fiber, nothing is destroyed by cooking it, so you're not going to lose anything. Vitamin C gets destroyed by heating, but here we're looking at the gut, we're looking at our motions. Some people may like to add lime juice for that, but I would like to just go without it. And this is my smoothie, and do prepare yours and share your pictures. And if you have any more queries, any more questions, please feel free to DM me. Bye, have a great day.